G'day everyone, it's Robbie here. The upcoming episode of Axon's Unleashed contains discussion of depression and attempted suicide that some people may find distressing. Please listen with care, and if you need to, reach out to Beyond Blue, Lifeline or Open Arms, who are a great support for current and serving Australian Defence personnel and their families when they need someone to talk to.
Axon's Unleashed.
G'day ladies and gents, my name's Robbie Turner. Welcome to another cracking episode of Axon's Unleashed. Now, I feel like I say that every time because I'm working really hard now to bring in some amazing guests. Like, I really want you guys to get so much value out of this. And this is going to be the first in a series of, how can I paraphrase it? Veteran well-being, veteran health, just veterans feeling better about themselves. And I've got two amazing guests here with me today. Tristan, you and I served in the military back in the day, so I'm really looking forward to unpacking that with everyone. But I'm really, really honoured to have Sean. Sean's come to join us now from the Atlantis Recovery Centre. Sean and Tristan, welcome to Axon's Unleashed, fellas.
Yeah, thanks for having us here this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Now, full disclosure, both Sean and Tristan are virgins. That's podcast versions. Podcast versions. So thank you, Dubs. So yeah, if there's a couple little bleeps here, don't worry about it. But we're in a safe space. I can't wait to share everyone's story. So yeah, if you're into veteran wellbeing and you want to feel better about yourself, so I suppose we can characterise this up front. It's not just veterans; it's also the first responder. Even last night, A Current Affair had a show on. Steve Tuffer, the young paramedic that got bloody stabbed down in Campbelltown about a month ago, his pregnant wife has now had their young daughter, and they were showing that on A Current Affair. And I'm like, motherfuckers! Like, who fucking just? This dude's fucking sitting in the back of his ambulance, and some fucking crazy prick goes up and fucking stabs him to death. I'm like, no good at all. So veterans and first responder market is what it's all about today. Tristan, let's see you and I talk for a few minutes.
Yep.
Tell the world, when did you first meet me? How do you and I know each other?
So the first time I met you actually was probably the beginning of when I got to 2 Commando in 2012.
Yep.
Right, and then it was actually probably a brief meeting because obviously you were exiting out or you already had, but in drips and drabs I've met you, and I just knew you by face and knew you by voice every single time I entered Bravo Company and you know, going to work, and yeah, that's how. And then obviously through the years I saw a lot more of you and saw you through Axon Property. I'm like, that's the same guy I met freaking back then.
Back in the day, yeah. And
then one of my mates joined you up at when he was at 2 Commando, and then so I thought, well, we'll reach out, and then we're back together again.
Full disclosure, ladies and gents, Tristan is a client of Axon, so he's here like with his Atlantis Recovery Centre shirt on. But yeah, certainly. So I think you and your lovely wife to be, Kat.
Yeah, soon,
very soon, mate. That's super exciting. So you guys have had 3 or 4 sessions with us, just sort of putting a plan together so you two can utilise some of your defence and government benefits to be able to buy your own home.
Yep.
As part of that, to make sure you've got the right money coming in, income, serviceability, etc. I said, "What are you doing now?" You're like, "Oh, I'm doing a bit of work with the ARC." I'm like, "What's that?" And you said something like, "Oh, it's the Atlantis Recovery Centre here on the Gold Coast." I'm like, I know a fair bit about stuff in the Gold Coast. I'm like, "What are you talking about, mate?" And we brought up the webpage.
Yep.
Got the webpage in our big 75-inch screen there in the boardroom. And I was fucking blown away. I'm like, where the fuck is this? You're like, oh, it's just down around Bundle there, a few streets away. I'm like,
12 minutes away.
How long has it been there for? And you're like, oh, it's, been there for a little while. And certainly if you're watching this on YouTube, ladies and gents, I'll get my videographer here to edit some stuff in here. The type and level of equipment they've got there is specifically around veteran wellbeing, veteran recovery, etc. Hence the name. And certainly, Sean, I'll bring you into the conversation in a second. You can tell us a background about how ARC was even formed, as you're looking bloody very fine in your t-shirts, by the way, fellas.
Thank you.
And I loved it, Tristan, that you were there being an ambassador for them and getting a job and sort of bringing your passion into that veteran space to make it all work. So yeah, that's how we sort of got to this point. And and again, full disclosure, Sean, I'm now one of your clients.
That's very good to have you.
Yeah, mate, I'm very, very happy. So I guess a bit of a bottom line up front, ladies and gents. If you're a first responder and a veteran, you're here on the Gold Coast, fucking listen in and watch for the next 45 minutes or so, and you've got to get a real exciting understanding about the benefits and availability and options that are available to you right now. But the future for this organisation is just bloody massive. So yeah, Tristan, thank you so much for linking me in with Sean. It's an absolute pleasure. I love going there every day. I feel like I'm at home. I'm welcomed. It's a really awesome environment. So yeah, mate, this is your now time to shine. This is what we're going to talk about.
So this is my story.
It's almost like a little, welcome to the rest of your life. You've got a nice accent, mate. You're from the UK, and we were having a bit of a joke around yesterday when we had a bit of a chat. You're a mad soccer fan.
I am.
You love, you said to me, I've started riots, I've ended riots, I've been in riots. Back in the day, the old soccer hooligans and everything was sort of, created a bit of a foundation for your life. Tell us about that quickly.
Yeah, full-on hooligan, born into it. You have no choice in England. It's your team. You die for it. I got divorced for it. You can always get another wife. You can't get another soccer team. That's me.
Oh, that's gold. Yeah. Tell us, when did you come to Australia?
I came to Australia in 2008. I left the UK in 2003, moved to New Zealand for 5 years. It wasn't for me. Obviously, Australia. Yeah. Chose Australia's home and love every minute living in Australia.
Did you come here to the Gold? Has this been home for you?
Came straight to the Gold Coast.
Right.
Yeah, straight here. We came on holiday from living in Christchurch and we loved it every day.
Oh, fantastic.
So, this is our home.
Yeah, good. And who are you here with now?
I've got my wife and 2 daughters living with me.
Fantastic. Yeah. Tell us because I was asking you yesterday, I'm like, what's the linkage between you, like the passion you have for veterans and the emergency services? Ex-20-year AFP guy works in ARC as well. The wonderful Jeremy. You'll get to meet him over the next few weeks as we do a podcast as well. But mate, tell me your journey around well-being. Tell me your journey around using fitness to make yourself feel better, and like, where did the whole ARC thing come from? Tell us.
So I've been a painter all my life, since the age of 15, been in business 40 years. 2010, we moved to Australia 2008. 2010, my 13-year-old daughter, something that's not very pleasant, I don't really want to comment on this thing, but as a father, it was the worst thing that could happen to a female, especially a child of yours. And it was a life-changing decision, and from that, she's tried to commit suicide so many times.
Right, shit.
I didn't get told about this for 2 years, because as a father, any father would do the same as me. He'd go out and kill the bastard that did this to his daughter. So after 2 years of being told, it broke me. 10 years ago this September, I tried to hang myself. And it was a good attempt at hanging myself. I disappeared where nobody could find me. I put the rope around my neck and I jumped off. And just by chance, my friend, who was very religious, this was a Sunday, it was Father's Day, he came up and saved me. And it wasn't an instant reaction, but it was virtually, what the fuck are you doing here? But it wasn't, because I was choking. I had burn marks around my neck, but he saved me. He said he'd been sent a sign by God that something was going to happen. He would normally have been in church. That's why I chose that day as well. I wasn't going to be here. So I'm still here. I'm still here. My daughter is still here. She's had a few more suicide attempts from then, but she's broken. But I've been there. I've been there as a parent. I've been there as myself. I know what it's like. I know how fatal it is. Not scared of dying. It's wasn't something. I felt embarrassed when I did it. I really did, and I was bankrupt after that. I lost the plot. I lost everything. I was at rock bottom. No family, no support, nothing in Australia whatsoever. So I did what I do. I went back painting, picked myself up, got myself up to working with 25 guys, working all over Australia. Always kept fit. Tried to keep fit all my life. Working away in Newcastle, my daughter dropped out of school because of what happened to her. She said to me one night, "Can I come to the gym with you?" And I said, "Yeah, please do." And I saw a big improvement in her mental health over the next 6 months. I couldn't believe the improvement. So, having no credentials at school, we decided that she'd become a PT. And I became a PT to support her, to see the business side of what it would be setting up a business for her. So at the age of 16, she's a fully qualified PT. At the age of 50, I'm a fully qualified PT.
Good.
And a business owner, a big painting company with 25 guys. So then it was my journey to set out and create a small business for her. So we started in Robina in the park with three ladies, three quite obese ladies, and we started with fitness. We ended up with 30. We had 30 ladies in the park doing a fitness class. And I saw how good my daughter was. She was a brilliant PT. So I decided to take it one further. We rented a unit in Robina, and we bought gym equipment. We bought the best gym equipment that money can buy in Australia, and we started out. And it's never been a membership gym. It's always been appointment based only. It was originally for ladies that were obese, a bit of depression, because obviously suffering with mental health ourselves. That was our way of helping people with the mental health side. But then I just thought, fuck this. I like to do things different. We're earning plenty of money as a painter. Let's do something different. So we looked around for some machines, went to America, found this machine that's full of water that you can run in.
So hang on a sec. So it's a treadmill.
It's a treadmill.
It's a treadmill that's full of water.
Yes.
Right. I know you're going to see, those watching, you'll see an image of what we're talking about right now.
Yep.
Just how did you find it? Who created it? Etc. What did you think of it when you first saw it?
Yeah, so originally we saw, my wife had suffered an injury and she was recovering and she was doing some harder therapy in a swimming pool, and she came across this thing in Chicago, and it was an underwater treadmill. And so we thought, we'll investigate this. We flew across, we looked at the different treadmills, and we looked at what the market was, we looked at what was in Australia, nothing. So I'll just tell you a little bit about water treadmills. Where these start is for race horses. Race horses are top of the chain. Dogs are second, humans are right down at the bottom, and we're third.
Right.
We're third when it comes to aquatherapy. So but it's where the money is. Horses, dogs, humans. But we just wanted to think outside the box. There's many, many gyms around, even doing something different. We wanted something to open our doors. So we brought in this treadmill. We brought it in from... we actually found a guy that manufactured one in Melbourne for us. So he purpose-built the first one for us.
First one ever. Is it still the only one here in Australia that you know of?
We scrapped that one and we bought a different one.
Okay.
But it's still the only one. It's the only commercial underwater treadmill in Australia.
For humans.
For humans.
Right. Wow. That's significant in itself.
Well, I went one better. We own the company. So we own the company that manufactures the treadmill. So we manufacture the treadmills now.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So,
Tell us, mate, thank you so much for sharing. Jesus, that's sort of a lump in my throat listening to that. What about exercising made you feel better? What about pushing yourself got you out of those depths? Because you're a happy, positive, great guy to be around. I've only known you probably 3 or 4 months. And can I just say off the bat, Tristan, I'm sure you'll agree with me, thank fuck that your mate was walking past that day after paying his dues to the Lord. Tell me about what about fitness changed your life?
So I've always tried to keep myself fit. Being a tradie, being a painter, up and down scaffold, always been pretty fit. Out in the sun, there's nothing better. But I saw my daughter broken. I saw how broken she was. I saw the suicide attempts. And the big difference I saw when she was training this gym, a smile on her face, feeling good, losing some weight, just getting those endorphins going. So we've set up a gym with a difference, and it's no different. We're actually not a gym now, it's an Allied Health Centre. And what we've tried to do in our facility is exactly what gyms are about, and we've done the opposite. It's not about coming there and posing in a mirror and flexing your muscles and having the biggest biceps and no legs. It's about feeling good inside, and that's our motto. Strength comes from within. Fuck not the muscles, it's what's in the brain. Strengthen the brain, strengthen the body. You've got a strong mind, you can take on the world. That's where I'm strong. My body's not particularly strong anymore, I'm out of shape, I had a few accidents. I've got a very, very strong mind, which I've started to switch back on. That can cure anything. If you've got a strong mind, everybody's got mental health problems. Mental health has grown through COVID. What was mental health before COVID was mental health. Being locked up in a straitjacket, being injected to keep you calm. Mental health is now about anxiety, it's about depression, it's about not paying your bills, it's about the stress that's put on life from government. It's all those bullshit things. You strengthen your mind. You strengthen your mind, you can take anything on in this world. And I mean anything. The journey that we've embarked on, and we're embarking on now, if I didn't have a strong mind, I won't be doing half this. How do I get up with a smile on my face? My mind's clear. My mind is clear, and there's a lot of ways of doing that. Mainly by what you do with your body and what you put in your body. And that is what fuels the mind.
I love that. I love being passionate about what I love, but Jesus, mate, I think you're taking it to another level here, which is great. Where did the term Atlantis come from then? Is that from the water chamber? Is that what you're talking about?
It is. So when we first started off in 2016, we wanted a piss take at the industry. We wanted to be exactly what a gym isn't. No mirrors, just we don't care about what this industry is about. We were called FATS, Fitness and Training Studio. It was just a piss back. You know, people used to come in overweight, they're not fit, so it's FATS. And we were never going to get this serious. It was just a little thing to keep my daughter going. But then, it got serious. So I met up with a guy called Robbie at Bond University, became very, very good friends. He's from the tactical division, introduced me to veterans. And I saw how passionate Rob was, he saw how passionate what I was about my business, and we've been joined ever since. We do a lot of things together with Bond. That's how we got brought into the veteran market. It's where our passion is. I see it as a space where it's not just about paying money, it's not just about getting money from DVA, it's looking after people. It's looking after those people that need that now. So from there, from the fat side of things, and when I met with Robbie, we rebranded. We were told we had to be a serious brand. So I went to a guy called Kyle Tillman on the Gold Coast, and we went through a few things. He said our biggest point in our facility was water. And so, undiscovered, people don't know about what we do, and also they don't know about the features of the water treadmill. That's what Atlantis is. Atlantis is an undiscovered world of the unknown where people don't know, and that's water themed. So we came up with Atlantis Recovery Centre with Neptune as our logo, and it's stuck ever since. It's been there for 5 years.
Yeah, it looks bloody awesome too. I can see it on your shirt now as well, Tristan. This guy's got the biggest fucking chest and biggest shoulders I've ever had in this podcast room. I'm working on that, by the way. But in the Atlantis, it looks in the Neptune bloody logo looks awesome. Look, I remember when I said to you, Tristan, when I very first saw, I didn't know I was a one of a kind. Let's just take that in for a second. When there is nothing else here in Australia that exists, and now we've got it here on the Gold Coast. And I can't wait to tell people about the future, Sean, of what you've got planned for this organisation and your journey. My left knee is fucked. That's a technical term for very, very bad osteoarthritis. Yep. And I've been in the barrel now for many, many years to get my left knee replaced. They're like, go away too young, come back in another fucking few years' time. So I've still got another few years worth of limping and pain that I need to be able to endure. Hydrotherapy for me, doing running in the swimming pool has helped, immeasurably, because it's no or low impact, but it allows me to go through the running motion and go as hard as you want, from that point of view. And when I found out this bloody treadmill that's underwater existed, I'm like, I need to get my ass down there. 100%. So I guess people are probably thinking, well, how is it that we get access to it? I just went to my GP, got a referral, go to these guys, exercise physiologist, bang, and then I effectively get to use it now under the white card, which is accepted with my knee. Yep. So, and even from a PAMP, provisional access to medical treatment point of view, DVA point, we're talking veteran specific stuff here now. If you're a veteran here on the Gold Coast and you're not using this facility, I'd love to know why. It is a no-brainer. If it is paid for under your veteran status and you've got injuries that you can get physio or exercise physiologist or even psychologist training with, let's talk more about the whole VR stuff shortly as well, it's a bloody no-brainer. You go down there. So, am I here banging the drum about this business? Of course I am, but I'm doing it from a place of care and a place of experience because I use it myself. Yep. So, mate, that's well done on bringing that in. I know Rob Orr from back in the day. I know his sort of his doctorate and his thesis. He's a professor now at Bond University. Have I got that right?
That's right. He is. Yes.
Yeah. I remember he was a young. We were all young back in the day. This was like 2006, 2007. I just got back from my first SOTG trip, and I was down there as the staff officer for the Commandant at RMCA, broadening my horizon by doing a fucking office job. Anyway, I was just. Not my finest hour being down there, but certainly when I transitioned into the college, it was awesome. But Rob was down there as a young PDI, and he's like, hey, you're a fit guy, let's chuck a pack on your back. And he took the first lot of photos for me when he started doing the individual carrying load stresses on the body bloody stuff. Yeah. And I've been so proud that he's gone all the way through now into being, done his thesis, done his doctorate, now a bloody professor. And you even said to me yesterday that he still loves the whole load carrying assessment stuff, doesn't he?
Absolutely, it does. Yeah, it's you go into his office. It's just all it's all the backpacks, everything's still in his tiny little office that he's got. It's
so good.
Yeah.
The fact that he's now working with such an amazing organisation like Bond University, and you guys have linked in. Like, I guess, that's the veteran bit that you had. So you knew the benefits of exercise for the mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
Yeah, and you've had that personal experience to make it all happen, and now you've got the veteran stuff under your belt. Which is fantastic.
Well, we take it a bit further than that. So working with Rob, we do the medical findings. So we don't just throw people in these machines. We back it up with medical data. Everything we've done is because there's only one of these machines and a few other machines we've got, we back it fully up, and that's usually with Bond and it's usually with Robbie. Yeah,
it's fantastic. So tell us about the rest of the equipment in ARC before we get on to the future stuff. So there is...
Yeah, so we've got another machine called Reaxin. We've waited 2 years for this machine. It's one of only currently 5 in the world. One's a smart wall, all neurological fitness, pretty much boxing, hitting different colour lights, but it's to engage the brain into different nodes, but it's full-on fitness. We've got a treadmill, moves in multiple directions. Yeah, so instead of just forwards, backwards, it rocks from side to side, tilts up and down. We're going to start doing some load tests with Robbie, backpacks on, virtually on hill climbs, whatever you want. And then we've got the boxing bag upstairs again, a Reaxin boxing bag with different colour lights on, measures Reaxin time, speed, agility, it measures everything that you've got on there. So totally out of the box, just some things different. What I just probably talk about now with the machines we've got and what Robbie's already tapped upon, with your gold card and white card, we bring in this machinery and people say to us, how much does it cost to use this? And I say, Robbie just mentioned this. It costs no more than going to an EP. You can go to an EP down the road. You would pay the same as what you do coming to us. Ours is just a point of difference. We're trying to give a better service, a higher quality of service. Why do I do it? Because it's fucking fun. Why do I do it? Because it's different to what everyone else is doing. Why do I do it? Because I can afford to give back. I do it out of passion. I built this place to keep my daughter alive. And so I want to give back with something different to what everybody else is doing, the run-of-the-mill stuff. You guys come down and see what we've got. And there's nothing what we've got in what we're doing now compared to where we're going to be going in the next 12 months to 24 months.
Yeah, love it. One of the greatest things I loved about learning more about the ARC capability is the VR. So you've got psychologists that work there as well,
yes,
and even the physios and the exercise physios. So there's just so much that the more how can we say functional activities that the body can do if they're in a VR space. Talk to us about this. Listen to this bit, ladies and gents. I was fucking blown away. I'm not a 50-year-old tech numpty. I do embrace tech a lot, but I had no idea about what VR is now doing for functional body activities, especially in the veteran space.
So the VR started with our company probably 3 years ago. I was introduced to it by one of my clinicians, and yeah, I'm not a tech person myself, but I saw this really, really strengthen our business outside the box once again. So upon this, I took it on board and I thought, this is good. It was just physio, being able to do telehealth over physio. And so, we looked into it, and 2.5 years ago, I engaged a guy that was building his own software in Canberra. The day he launched was the day I made the phone call, just by chance. Couldn't commercialise shit, but had a really good software. So I thought, I can do this. I'll introduce it to our business. But we've always been about mental health. So I said, right, well, I want to take on your physio software and I want to start developing mental health. So we applied to DVA. There was a grant that was out, and we were successful in actually getting a charitable grant with the first company to get the size of grant that we got as a non-veteran or military-based company. So it was a big thing for us. I didn't give a fuck about the money. Money means nothing to me. I tried to commit fucking suicide on money. I don't care about money. It's not about making money. The fucking thing that I liked about what DVA did for us, virtually gold card and white card, it means we could charge for the service because of what they've asked us to build. They give us $150,000. We've put $10 million into this software. So we now have software. You put that headset on your head, and that is like putting the latest TV with the graphics and the sound on your head, 360-degree movement around your head. We now do physio, pain management, and psychology. We can do it anywhere in the world with a clinician connected to you from our centre in Bundle. So this is, a lot of it's gamified for the physio, but we're the only company in the world now that's developed software that's measurable. So everything you do, if it's physio or pain management, we're measuring everything you do. Every bit of body that you do, we're measuring. When it comes to psychology, it's all about mental health. It's about breathing. We're measuring your heart rate. We're measuring your eye reaction. A lot of our software is all by eye recognition. So it opens up a whole new world of the reach of what we can do. But it's also proven with VR that VR, it triggers in the brain. It puts you into a mode. It's in depth, and it changes your mindset. It takes you to places you've never been, and so because of that, it reduces your pain. We've measured pain. We did a veteran program. Our program is called Veteran Strong. fully backed by Bond University, joint owned by myself and Rob Orr. Veteran Strong is a brand that we're growing, and that's where the program started. It was a 12-week program that we fully immersed into everything. We measured pain management, we measured heart rate, we measured sleep patterns, sleeping better on a night when they've been immersed in the VR. Pain management, where you at before you're immersed? 7, 8, 9, 10. Where you at when you finish your VR headset appointment? You're at 0, you're at 1. Because your brain's been tricked into looking at something else and it's no longer feeling that pain. So there's no medication. It's just by watching and getting engrossed in what you're seeing. It's mirror therapy. When a veteran loses a limb, you still think it's there. You're just retraining the brain. You're retricking the brain through electrodes by being immersed in whatever you're seeing. And this is what VR does for you. So what we've done, there's a lot of VR companies in the world develop software, trying to commercialize it. We built our software by using it as a tool within our facility. So all our clinicians, our psychologists, our physios, our APs, we change things daily. We ask veterans what they want. A lot of the software is built on, can you do this for us? Can you do that? We do it like this. We change it. We've changed it to it. It's all been changed by human touch and what humans have learned from it and what we've learned from what they've done. We've done full medical findings. Sleep, heart rate, the pain management side of it, a lot less pain.
Can we just bring that to life? Amazing. Tristan, just quickly, you've been sitting very patient, mate. Thank you.
Right.
It's great listening to Sean get on a bit. Have you used some of the VR stuff?
Yeah, so I've used it a lot, probably within the last couple of months, because sometimes when I get triggered, I'll put it on. But most of the vulnerable time when I put it on is at nighttime. So if I'm triggered throughout the day, I can't really, because I'm out and doing things and whatever. But when I get home and I'm like, I'm just had a shit day and I just want to go to the beach or something like that. Well, I can't get to the beach because of bad weather or I'm just injured. I'll chuck the virtual reality headset on and I'll go to the beach through my virtual reality, because all I want to hear is the waves. I want to look at the water. I want to just feel relaxed. And like you said, like if I had pain, my distraction's pretty much gone nearly instantly, because I'm where I want to be. I'm relaxed. I'm calm. And it gets me in a better relaxed mood prior to me going to sleep, because I know if I'm triggered by whatever happens throughout the day or, past experiences or, anything traumatic comes into light, it helps me relax. So then when I go to bed, then, I'm calm and I don't have to overthink. Because if I'm overthinking, I'm up all night. So, yeah.
Would you mind, this is off the cuff here, would you mind sharing a little bit about your separation? Did your medical discharge, did that come, that's involuntary, this is like the stuff started to happen to you and then the hammer came down on your military career reasonably quickly?
Yep.
And would you be in a place to sort of share some of that?
Yeah, that's fine. So probably the 1st of June last year was the final day of my service. So
how many years did it do?
So 14 years and 6 months.
Right.
So just shy of my 15th year, which is I wanted to make, but then I think throughout the career I started losing a lot of mates and stuff to suicide. I probably won't mention names, but
no, you don't need to.
But we know them.
Yeah.
And then I've had a lot of injuries throughout the time, but I didn't really know how serious they were. So I also got osteoarthritis in the left knee, bone on bone. Got told I can't ever run again. And then with my mental health, I actually tried to attempt suicide in 2019, just through alcohol abuse, but I didn't really own up to it. I didn't really talk to anyone about it. I just drank enough alcohol, which is deadly amount. But then, and this was after when I left Tucumano, because I felt like I lost
a huge part of your life.
Yeah, a huge part of my life, who I was and the respect I had with the boys and stuff like that. And then I went straight to ADFA, where it's Officer Central, and it just wasn't the right leadership or management there that I could tolerate. So I sort of went down a spiral, and especially after losing a lot of boys and girls to suicide, I just lost my way in my own mindset. Although I was working hard, I just lost it a bit. So I guess progressed from there. It's got towards the end of my career on my last unit, my last posting up here in Brisbane, and it's just toxic environment, just unfortunately, bad leadership, bad management just led me to more of a spiral down, whilst I was helping a lot of veterans with their own suicides and thoughts and stuff like that. And I was just like, I can't do this in the army. I've got to do it on the outside. So then my medical discharge was for mental health and my left knee. I did have a decision where I could have kept going, doing my sub-1 sergeant course and become a sergeant the next year after. But I said, nah, enough's enough. I've got to get out and I'll help veterans on the outside. So, which I am now, which is great. And the unfortunate thing is although I did my service, the way I left the army was no thank you, no goodbye. I just drove out the front gate, handed in my ID, and then off I went. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah,
but then,
wow, I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
No, it's happened to a lot of veterans, and it's a unfortunate and sad thing. But I think we can be the ones that can change that. We can help them. We can make sure that they get told that they've actually done a good service.
Of course,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
How did you meet Sean? Tell us take us on that journey.
So actually, through my discharge, I was trying to find a way to find the best gym for me so I can get my rehab in check and all that kind of stuff. And it was through my rehab consultant that mentioned ARC, and they only just heard of the name. So I ended up going there, put my forms in, and then the first person I actually met was Jeremy. Small world, he actually worked with my twin brother in the police force. So when I found that out, I was like, yeah, this is the right gym for me.
Is your brother still serving in the police?
Yeah, still police force in
How many years?
AFP. So it's probably done 8 years now.
Okay, great.
In tactical.
I didn't know you had a twin brother.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't know the world was big enough for two of you.
I know. Well, it's 3 brothers, so yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
There you go. I love discovering stuff about people on podcasts. I thought I knew a lot about you, but
I
evidently
got the
not.
looks, so that's all right.
Fair enough. He's your twin.
Yeah. But so and because I found out that they work together, Jeremy also knew a lot of the boys from 2 Commando Regiment, who he also trained with, and then sort of that gave me hope, and I found the right camaraderie for me. And then through going to the gym a couple days and so, that's how I met Sean, and we clicked really well, and we started talking a lot more, and it just grew and grew and grew, and I can't thank him enough.
Yeah.
So
do you reckon the VR stuff has helped you from a mental health perspective? So I know you're in the gym, you're training, you're throwing bloody 50-kilogram kettlebells around like they're fucking cans of Coke. Seriously, it's very impressive, ladies and gents. But from a mental health perspective, whereby you can be as physically strong as as the Hulk, but if you don't have upstairs sorted, you're actually not in a good space.
Virtual reality has definitely improved my mental clarity, because like I said, it takes you away from your own distractions. So your bad mindset, your injuries, it does actually take you away from it, because you can do a lot of things within the VR world that you can't do out here, or you can't physically do that you want to do. If I want to walk on the moon, I can go to the moon. I can just be in my own world. And it's
so good.
It's amazing.
Sean, I've got feel like my left side's bloody capitulating on me. My left shoulder's now really, really poor from an osteoarthritis perspective. I'm probably going to have my left shoulder replaced. If I was doing the VR stuff, how could I help mobility and strength and functionality of my left shoulder? Let's just use me as an example, and I haven't done it yet, so this is a genuine question.
Yeah, so the VR, we're just bringing out version 2, which is over 150 different scenes, programs, whatever you want to call them. We've got one of them in particular, shoulder exercise, throwing axes. It's fun. You're throwing axes at targets. There's different levels that's coming through now. When you're throwing the axe, we're measuring wrist, we're measuring elbow, we're measuring shoulder. Everything is measurable. You will start off somewhere, and the physio that you work with will just prove you, test you, push you more and more, and you won't realise you're getting more and more movement in that shoulder. There'll be some pain within that shoulder as well. There'll be some pain when you're playing the game. We will put you into one of the pain management programs, which is a lot of colour therapy. It's a lot of just...
Did you say colour therapy?
Colour therapy.
Right.
So I don't know
Sorry,
if people...
you were a thick British accent coming through there. I just wanted to make sure I heard it correctly.
Yeah, so colour therapy. So colour therapy is easy to do. We give you a pain management book. If you're in pain, and if it's your left side or your right side, you put... In this pain management book that we give out, there's some stickers, different coloured piece of paper that's stickers. If you put red on your pain's in your left shoulder, You put this red piece of paper on your hand, top of your hand. You'll be in more pain. Your brain is just seeing the red. You'll be in more pain. You pull one of the colour piece of paper off that's blue or violet or lighter blue. That triggers the brain to say I'm in less pain. So colours do a lot of things within pain.
Is that right?
Yeah, we built it into virtual reality. We changed the colour of certain scenes, so it's tripping the brain into thinking I'm not in that much pain. All your pain, everybody's pain in the body, you'll carry it for the rest of your life. It's not there. Half of the pain isn't there. It's just your brain that's trained to know that you've got pain. You just retrain the brain to think I don't have that pain.
Wow, it's really interesting.
And that's what you do.
Yeah.
So
have you seen people getting some really great results?
We've had some really good results, especially on the mental health side. We see an improvement. We see a lot of improvement in the physical side, but obviously we're very, very passionate about the mental health side. So I just want to touch upon a little bit of that, and this is coming from experience. So I've got different battles on at the moment with the same daughter, but we've got a shortage of clinical staff anywhere in the world, but especially in Australia. We know more than most trying to employ people. But you try and see a psychologist. You try and get a soldier that's been out there doing what he's doing to actually see a psychologist. There's a stigma. They don't want to go sit and pour the heart out to anybody. You put a VR headset on there, you're halfway there. Because we've now built a virtual psychologist. She's there to just ask you questions, put you into a world, to immerse you. That's the halfway point to actually going and seeing somebody human, connecting with that human psychologist. So we've got some self-help, we've got the physical psychologist there. So going back to there's a shortage of psychs. My daughter sees a psychologist every fortnight. What does she do in between? What does a veteran do in between? What does a veteran do when they're waiting to see that psychologist? I know they're lucky at ARC, they see a psychologist once a week. I've been told veterans have waited 6 weeks, 3 months to see a psychologist. But what the fuck do you do when you've seen your psychologist? I've sat in psychology with my daughter. Yeah, it's good for an hour. You come out, fucking rip you to shreds because they've ripped up all the raw emotion inside you. What do you do for the next 2 weeks? What do you do when you're feeling shit? So the VR headset with the mental health and the immersion we've got, I know the witching hours. I've been there. My daughter's been there. She's there now. Those witching hours are from 7 o'clock at night when you start to rest till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. What does your brain do? How do you not sleep? Your brain gets fucking overoccupied with everything that's stressing you. What do you do? Don't sleep all night. What does sleep do? Fucking breaks you down. Put on the VR headset. The VR headset, the mindfulness and the mental health is about immersion. It's about helping you sleep. It's about helping you breathe. It's about calming you down. Look, if you're going to commit suicide, you're not going to put a headset on there. You're not going to do anything. You're going to go off like I did. You're going to fucking do it. And if you're successful, you're gone.
Hopefully one of your mates walks past.
Exactly. You get someone to stop you. Yeah. So we're not saying the VR headset is going to stop you committing suicide. What we're trying to do is to stop you going down that path. It's a path. It's not just instant. You don't just want to commit suicide. You're on a path of, it's a breakdown.
It's like the last straw, isn't it?
It is.
And I don't know about it, but that's my observation.
It is. It can be a quick path because it could be something that's happened to you. You lost all your money, you lost a parent, you've lost somebody you love. It could be pretty quick. Or it's a slow path. What you guys have seen, it's a burner. You're seeing things, it's breaking you down, lack of sleep, just breaking your body down. That's what the VR can do. It can put you into immersion. It can stop you, hopefully, getting to that point. There's no guarantees. If you're going to commit suicide, you will do it. So these vulnerable hours, you put on the headset, and we've got proof in this. You go into the immersion, you go into sleep patterns, you go into the breathing. It's calming you down. It's slowing the heart rate down. It's helping you sleep. As soon as you're getting a better night's sleep, you're going to feel better about yourself. Now, at Christmas, we've got a particular veteran that's using the VR. And he's a solitude. At Christmas, it's a vulnerable time for him. And I invited him to my house for lunch because I knew he was alone, but he turned me down. But he was the first person through my door on the 3rd of January. And this is a veteran, and he came up and gave me a hug, and I think, what the fuck? I've got this guy wrapped around me. And he says, I just want to tell you, you saved my life. I says, doing what? He said, every Christmas for the last 10 years, I've hit the drink and I've hit the fucking drugs. And I'm usually in a mental ward, fucking keeping me alive. He said, I took that path on Boxing Day this year. And he says, oh, fuck it, I'm going to try this VR headset. He said, I used it all Christmas. And I've just walked through your door. And this is the first time in 10 years I've been in this.
Did you notice a change in him?
Oh, massively. Massive change in the people that's using it. Now, I will say one thing. We've had a few people, just like Tristan, that's come through the door, who can physically come through the door. Are we getting results on the VR? Yes, we are. But it's the people it's the bigger outreach. It's the people that can't physically come, won't come out of the house, can't come because it's too far. those are the people that the VR really, we've had some huge results from those people that can't access a facility like ours for whatever reason. A lot of those reasons is because they won't come out the door. They won't go see a psych. They can't see a physio. So they're doing it inside the home. It's the first step to coming back into a human world.
It's one of the huge inhibitors in people getting help is the provider doesn't understand the DVA system.
Yep.
They won't understand my circumstances. The equipment they've got is shit. It's too far away. It's not going to work for me. Fuck it. I'll just deal with it. And the drinks and the drugs kick in, and that's how you deal with it. And we've seen plenty of people go down that spiral before. If you, the veteran, go get a referral, someone listening or watching this right now from your GP, can you just give us a bit of a sense? How long do you reckon they'll have to wait before they can see, let's use psych as an example of one of your service providers. How long are they going to have to wait until they can see someone?
ARC?
Yeah.
Instantly. You
like
fill your,
that week?
Yep. You fill your papers in, you can be on that straight away. We will do the first assessment with you. We'll put you in the headset. We'll be servicing you. We're ready for growth. We're ready to put this in. We're managing what we're doing now, but we're ready to go.
So now you've got someone who does understand the DVA system. Their equipment is amazing. The wait time is virtually zero, and you get instant results.
And it costs you no more.
Yeah.
It's the latest technology, and it costs you no more than what it going to see a psych, a physio, an EP.
So question for you then. That's all well and good. You guys are open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yep.
How does people get access to the VR during the witching hour then? Say if they're on that program and they spoke to the psych and go, during that period is my lowest part, do they take the VR home with them?
Yep, they get a headset they take home. The VR is 24/7. It's live. And while it's live, we know what you're doing, as in we know how long you've spent on it. We know what you're watching. If it's physical, we're taking the measures. We're not spying on you. We are making you a little bit accountable because our clinicians, they give you homework. If it's a psychologist, she'll tell you where to go. If it's a physio, you've got a shoulder, he'll tell you the programs to keep doing. This is another difference. You're going to see a physio. You might see a physio twice a week if you're bad. It might be once a week. In that meantime that you're seeing that physio, he will give you homework to carry on using these things on the VR. You're going to improve a lot faster than seeing a physio week by week by week because this is 24/7. It's a 24/7 program, especially the mental health, that you can connect onto the VR any time of the day. And this is what people are doing. The small time that you spend with a clinician is a very small time. We're just pointing you in the right direction. We're educating you. We're teaching you. This is a 24/7 device. It's also the device that you can connect to entertainment. You can connect to Netflix, Fox Sports, anything you want to. You can use this as a home entertainment device. You can also
if it's going to help you.
If it's going to help you.
Yeah.
The biggest thing you can actually connect to is to your comrades, to your guys that you served with. You can use it as a device like a mobile phone, but it means virtual reality means it's as virtual as real as what you're going to get sat in that same room anywhere in the world. If you're not seeing something, you can get into that meeting and you can join them in the games, just join them in a chit chat. Like we could be sat here doing this podcast. I could be over in the UK. I would be sat here with you guys. That's what virtual reality does for you.
Yeah, cool. So you guys are based here on the Gold Coast right now.
We are.
What if someone is in Sydney listening to this? How do they can they use your services?
We currently have people in Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, Bundaberg, Northern Territory. We've got them everywhere.
Right.
We've got them in America. 3 weeks ago we did a live session over in Los Angeles. So they just send the doctor referral. We post out the headset to them. Our clinicians contact them. They do the first session, which is non-VR, obviously talking about what the...
Of course, so you can actually connect with someone and ask questions.
Yeah. And then they get taught a small tutorial on how to use the VR, which is pretty simple, and then they're away. It's as simple as that.
Bloody hell, mate. How many VR headsets do you guys have then?
We're currently, I think we've got about 40 out there, but we're just taking a new order. We've got some big things happening, obviously.
Yeah, let's use the last 15 minutes or so to tell people about the future. Mate, fucking hell, ladies and gents. You've heard Tristan's story. You know I'm currently using this same facility and this same services. I do need, maybe my physio's like, your shoulder's that fucked, you're not throwing axes yet. So maybe I need to speak. I'm seeing Steve this afternoon. I'm like, where's my VR headset, brother? I guess I've just, over the last 10 minutes or so, we've just broken down all the barriers about why people don't want to reach out and get assistance. I'm literally giving it to you on a bloody platter. Looking forward, I know I'm secretly jealous about this because at the end of the day, going to a facility and seeing other people and having that camaraderie and, you know, giving each other a high five and whatever else, a pat on the bum when you see each other if you show desire, is pretty cool. But what do you guys got planned in the future to make it just get so much bigger and better from here?
So I just want to go back on a little bit because I'm going to use this chance and opportunity to tell people what to do and why and everything. So according to the same daughter that I've told you about that's tried to commit suicide, has clearly got cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
She's got 6 months to live. She's 23. Why am I here? Why am I here with a smile on my face? Because it gives me fucking drive. It gives me the reason I do things. Why do I do things differently? Because I fucking got to do. I built this as a legacy to keep her alive. What a fucking life. She's got PTSD from a gas explosion 2 years ago. She's now just had a double mastectomy, half her stomach removed, full hysterectomy, half her bowel removed. We were told she'd be cancer-free 10 days ago. She's now got stage 4 kidney, bowel cancer and lymph node cancer. I'm in the battle of my fucking life. And I'm going to fucking win this. I'm going to win this fucking battle. We've got some alternative therapy. I think outside the box. And because of this is what gives me my passion to drive my fucking business. She's 23. And I'm going to do it. She's going to survive, and I will do it. And this is why we're planning for the future. What we're planning for the future is the biggest, best, fucking outside of this box centre that can ever be built in Australia. And I'm not building it for myself. There's a lot of stigma about what I do with veterans, and we've had a few. A lot of stigma is good, a lot of stigma is bad. I'm a businessman, and they see me as making a lot of money. I've lost fucking $3 million. I've lost $3 million doing what I've done because it wasn't about the money. It's about fucking giving back. I give back every day. I'm giving back to what I'm doing. I've got a big opportunity with the VR, and I'm going to sink this back into you guys. So with the help of Robbie, we're going to build a centre on the Gold Coast, and it's going to be on the Gold Coast. And it's going to be the biggest fucking centre, which will be a gym. It'll be a fucking rehab centre. It will be spas and baths and fucking swimming pools and...
You say hot and cold therapy, or everything you can
imagine. Cryo chambers, you name it. What's not even been brought into Australia, we're bringing it in. We're going to go for the biggest fucking best that we can do. And then once this is built, because I'm from the industry, I'm giving it to you guys. I want veterans. You fucking listen to this podcast. Put your name to Robbie. I want veterans. I want you. This is for you guys. I'm giving it away. I don't fucking want it. This is my last thing. If my daughter survives, I'm doing this as a legacy. I'm going to put $100 million into this. You want it? Put your fucking name down. Because this is what I want. It's the biggest fucking thing that you can own. I don't really care about what DVA does and what we can get from the government. This is for you guys. It's going to be my legacy. And it's going to be for veterans. It's going to be for first responders. It's going to be run by Robbie. You want to be part of this? Contact Robbie. Because this is where we're going. This is what we're going to be doing. Big part with the veteran games as well. We're going to be part of that and whatever we can do with this thing. But I don't care what goes in the centre. Put your name down. Tell us what you want in the centre. You want a fucking cafe, you want a creche, you want a fucking smash room, you tell me. We'll build it. It's going to be the biggest, best thing that's ever happened. And as I say, the minute it's built, I want a name for it. I think we came up with a name yesterday, what you were saying.
You did, not me. You said we're going to call it the Axon Centre.
Absolutely.
I said, no, that's not what I'm here for. But
I don't want it. It's my way of giving back. Because even though I'm still living this life, I'm fortunate. There's fucking far worse people off than me. Life's not about money. I don't care about fucking money. I don't care about what you can get from DVA and filling the forms out. Life's not about that. I tried to take my own life because of money and because of what happened to my daughter and everything. I fucking lost everything. I've got by. 10 years ago, I had nothing. I've got a fucking empire now. An empire that's for you guys. I open my doors. I don't care. I don't care if you've been DVA approved. I don't fucking care. As long as you've served, or you're an amber, or you're a fiery, or if you've got an occupation, come through.
And that new facility you're going to make, that's going to be a bit more of a, it's not going to be DVA-led or DVA-run. You're going to have a different sort of membership program. Tell us about that, like the concept of it anyway.
Yeah, so we're looking at this, and this was mentioned by Robbie, and we're thinking, a lot of it will be advice on you guys, but we might form our own white card. And that white card will be charity. As long as you come in, you register, you'll be given a membership card, white card, won't cost you anything. This will be full charity. As we set this up, it will be a charity. We'll be running charity events. We'll be asking for donations. If you're DVA approved, you're welcome. You can still come through it. But this isn't about making money. I am building this, and I am giving it back to you guys. Yes, it would be professionally run, but it would also run on the military side by one of the top guys, Robbie. He's going to be fully behind this. We also touched upon Jeremy. So Jeremy is my manager, strength and conditioning coach with the Federal Police for 20 years. So the background of the knowledge that these guys can bring, we're going to build this around this. But we can build the shell, and I'll build the shell for you guys. I want you all coming over and telling us what you want inside. You tell us you want it, we'll do it. Whatever you want.
It's part of the reason why people don't want to go to facilities, because they're like, nah, the equipment there is shit.
It's only one standard type stuff.
We're giving you now a blank sheet of paper, which is like steel reinforced sheet of paper, to go, what do you want in this facility? Let us know what you want. You spoke before about veteran games. Very good friend, a mutual friend of ours, Heston Russell.
Yes.
Hesto was a cadet of mine at Duntroon back in the day. He was due to do a podcast right now. It's been Rolex for a couple of weeks' time with a bunch of media stuff and everything else going on in his life. It's totally fine. But you guys are going to set up a stand at the upcoming veteran games. We're setting up a stand at the upcoming veteran games. We're going to be like, I know that Arc and Axon are both going to be sort of registered as founding members and founding sponsors, which is going to be amazing. So I guess the future of what Heston's got, and we won't steal his thunder right now, the vision of what he's got for veteran games in conjunction with what you guys are doing and however else we can help on the side is going to be something to really watch this space as well, ladies and gents. And I know you're really rapt to be part of that.
Oh, I'm proud to be. There's some days I get up and I think I shouldn't be part of what I do. You guys served, I didn't. I've served on the terraces. I've served for fun. I've battled for fun on the football terraces. You guys served. Lives were taken. You saved lives. And I do feel sometimes I get up and think I'm not worthy of what I do. But fuck it. That's why I'm giving back. I will walk away from this. This is for you guys. If there's people out there that don't believe what I do because you think I'm a businessman, well, take this on. Fucking take it. I don't want it. I've got an opportunity to spend some money. You can have it. I'm not from Australia, but I'll be remembered in this country for doing something and doing something different.
Mate, there's haters out there everywhere. We get them every now and then. There's fucking a few bullfeds, and I'm like, mate, this is what I think. I don't actually respond online anymore. But if you've got some feedback for me, you can send it still. I'm like, listen, fuckface, unless you're fucking the last time. If you're not donating tens of thousands of dollars to veteran charities and you're just sitting in the fucking cheap seats having a fucking chirp, fucking jog on. I don't give a fuck what you think about me or Axon or what we do. So I get a censure of the same bloody the same thing there, mate. Remember the infinite game? Remember the little thing I gave you last week? It's changed everything, mate. So there's going to be a few little bloody haters along the way there. But here's the thing. It's so easy for people to take a pot shot at people that are making a big difference because they're jealous because they're not doing the same thing. I'll leave it at that. Tristan, what do you think about this fucking weapon of a human?
Amazing man, humble and kind, very approachable. But like, he's got a strong mindset. He's very, I don't know how he does it sometimes, but he keeps me going.
Yeah,
like,
good.
You know, I think he's just strong at heart. You know what I mean? Like, but he has an open door. If you need a chat, you can go see him. But he's got his vision, and it's going to come. So
every great service and every great business needs someone who has a vision. Someone who has a vision for the future, someone who has a vision to change people's lives, and someone who's going to make a difference. So, Sean, thank you so much for being here on Axon's Unleashed. I know you're a bit nervous yesterday. Now I know you're going to walk out that door and go, that was fucking great. So maybe we'll need to capture that on a little video in a second. Tristan, thank you for organising this. I've got a lot to say. Thank you for you, mate. You're the one that put me in touch with ARC in the first place from a non-Axon personal, endeavour that I'm on at the moment to try and make myself better. So, mate, thank you for introducing us. And ladies and gents, I hope you got plenty out of that. That was a bloody cracking session. Boys, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you very much.
We'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Thanks, lads.